Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Mosier here to give you your first math lesson of the week. So I figured we could start off with a little bit of calendar. I know some of you guys did this in the beginning of the year. Some of you guys have maybe moved away from it. But since we're home and we have to be responsible for our own learning, I thought being able to read the calendar would be a good way for us to kind of do a warm-up for our math lessons. So let's start with the month. I see the month starts with the sound arch, March. We are in the month of March. So what we're going to do is we're going to say the months of the year. And when you hear the word March, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Are you ready? January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. Those are the months of the year. There are lots of different videos you can pull up on YouTube for the months of the year if you'd like to practice saying those. We're going to go through them one more time, and I want you to say them with me. Here we go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. There's 12 months in a year. So March is the third month of the year. Now, we're going to start at we're going to go to our days of the week, and we're going to say our days of the week all the way across. Here we go. See if you can say the days of the week with me. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days are in a week. There's also lots of videos you can pull up for different days of the week songs. Let's do it one more time. I want you to say the days of the week with me. Here we go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So today is Monday. So I'm going to go down the column of Monday until we get to the little tag that says today. And that'll tell us the day that we're on in the month of March. So today is Monday. So I'm going to go all the way down. There it says today. So today, who can read that number? What day of March are we on? 23rd. Good. A lot of you probably said 23. That is the number. When we're talking about a date, we would say it's the 23rd day of March. So I want you to repeat after me. Today is Monday, March 23rd. Good job. So if today is Monday, what will tomorrow be? Let's look. If this is today, Monday, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Very good. So repeat after me. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Good job. If today is Monday, what was yesterday? What day was before Monday? Let's look up here. What day was before? Sunday. You got it. So repeat after me. Yesterday was Sunday. Very nicely done. So each day we're going to move those along so that we get we're going to move our counter along for each new day of the month. Today is the first day of our virtual learning, and that's going to be another thing that we keep track of as we move forward each day. So we've counted how many days we've been in school, and we're also going to track how many days we've done virtual school, and we'll compare those numbers later on. So I used Mrs. Arnold's day count, and the last time you guys did the day count, you had been in school for 132 days. It's a lot of days of school you guys got under your belt. Now, even though we're not in our classrooms today, we're still going to count today as a day of learning. So I'm going to take my day and I'm going to add it to the hundreds, the tens, or the ones place. Well, take a look. How many straws am I holding? 1. So it's going to go into the ones place. So I'm going to add that in there. Now, what do I have to do to make this say the correct number? I had 132 days, and I just added one more. I'm going to have to change that last number, aren't I? Because now in my ones place, we have 1, 2, 3 days of school. So I'm going to change that number to match how many is in my ones place. Now I have one group of 100, 3 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, and then I have 3 in the ones place. So let's see if we can read this number together. Today we have been in school for 133 days. And one of those days has been our virtual learning. All right, that's exciting. Let me move this back out. Hold on. Sorry, it's really close. Okay, here we go. So every day, boys and girls, we do the same routine of counting to 100. Let me move this closer. So we want to keep that going. Mom and Dad, there are lots and lots and lots of different counting to 100 videos that are super interactive. They're very fun and upbeat. So I would recommend you pausing this and go ahead and search just any count to 100 song that you would like to use. You're welcome to have them count along with me as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to count to 100 and we're going to use our 100s chart, okay? Now, we're going to count to 100 just by ones first. Then we're going to count to 100 a different way. Are you ready? Here we go. Starting up at the top of our 100s chart. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now the next row, let's do a whisper voice. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very nice. Let's do a tongue out voice. Ready? Take out your tongue. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, that was a goofy. All right, let's do a deep voice. Are you ready? 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Let's do an underwater voice. Ready? Here we go. Pinch your nose. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to pinch my nose and use my finger, so I'm gonna do my best. Here we go. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right, let's do a normal voice next one. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Let's do a let's do a vibrating voice one. You ready? We're gonna go like this and we're gonna make our voice vibrate. Here we go. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. How about we do a cowboy voice? My kids always really liked the cowboy voice. Ready? Here we go. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. All right, I'm running out of voices here. Usually you guys give me the different voices that we count with, so it's kind of hard coming up with them on my own. How about we do a baby voice? Here we go. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. Last row, we're going to do normal. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Very nicely done. All right, now we're going to do a different skill. We're going to count to 100 by tens. By now, I'm sure you guys have this skill down, but it's important that we keep practicing it so we don't lose it. Here we go. Let's count down our tens column. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Very nicely done, you guys. Okay, so we'll do a different counting to 100 skill tomorrow, but in the meantime, I have my hundreds chart over here. But there's a problem. My hundreds chart is missing some numbers. So I'm going to need your guys' help to figure out what number might be missing, okay? So let's start by counting across the rows. And when we get to a missing number, I want you to tell me what number you think will come next. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. What number could be missing? What do you think it is? 26? Well, let's take a look at Mrs. Mosier's missing numbers. Here they are. There's one missing number. Is that 26? I don't think so. A 26 would have 2 groups of 10 and 6 ones. Let's look at the next one. Is that 26? No. How about this one? 26? Yes, I see 2 groups of 10, 10, 20. There's my 2 groups of 10 and 6 ones, 26. I agree. Let's pop that one in there. All right, so now what we're going to do, friends, is a skill called counting on. So we should be able to start at any number and be able to keep counting. So we're going to start at that number that was missing, and we're going to keep counting. So let's say that number first. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Uh-oh. What number do you think is missing? What would make sense in the pattern? These numbers started with 30, 3 groups of 10, 31, 32. What would make sense in this spot? Let's take a look. Do you think this is a missing number? Let's read it. 33. These all start with a 30. These all end with a 3. I think you're right that the missing number here is 33. All right, let's keep going. We're going to count on from that number. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. What would be next? I heard some of you guys say it. So let's see if we can break down that number. How many groups of 10 would we need right there? 4, because it would start with 40. How many ones would it have? Well, this one had 8. The next number would be, you got it, it's a 9. So our number would be 49. Let's check it. How'd we do? 49. Very nicely done, friends. All righty. So zoom this back out again. Oops, not in, out. Okay. Very nicely done. Now, just a little bit ago, we added our number to our counting sticks. Now, this is another representation of how we keep track of school. These are our rods, and they represent tens. These are our singles, they represent the ones. And then this big one here is called our flat, and that represents hundreds, right. So right here I have how many 100s? One of them. Okay, so above that place value, I see a 1 because this represents one group of 100. Now these are my 10s. Each one of these rods has 10 individual ones in it. So let's count that and make sure. You ready? 1, let me go a little closer for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So instead of counting each one of those by ones, I could make that more efficient and count this as a 10. So let's try that, friends. Here I've got 10, 20, 30. Now in that place value, I wrote the number 3 because that's how many groups of 10 I have. But that 3 doesn't mean 3. That 3 means 30. 10, 20, 30. And then in this last column, these represent 1. You got it. So far we have 1, 2 of them, and there's a 2 in that place. So if I'm reading my number across my chart, I've got 132. That's how many days we've been in school. Now I'm going to add my next 1 on there. But what am I going to have to change? I got to change this 2, don't I? Because it's not a 2 anymore. How many are in that place value now? 3. You got it. So let's see if we can read that number now. 133. Very good. That's how many days we've been in school. Now, as we continue moving forward, we know what's going to happen when we fill up 10 of these. We're going to have to do some trading, but we'll wait until we get there. So we have been in school for 133 days. That's pretty amazing. All right. Next up, let me silence this because obviously I keep getting text messages. Okay, so next what we're going to do is called subitizing. Now, kindergarten friends all know what subitizing means. Subitizing is being able to see a group of objects, dots, counters, seeing them quickly and figuring out the groups to figure out how many you have in all. Now, there are lots of videos, again, that you can look up for subitizing. So if you pull up a Jack Hartman subitizing song to pop into the middle of this lesson, that would be great. So we're going to go ahead and do some subitizing for the month of March. I'm going to show you some shamrocks in tens frames, and I want you to call out how many you see. Then I'm going to ask you to tell me how your brain was able to subitize those shamrocks and figure out how many there were. Are you ready? Here's our first one. How many do you see? 6. You're absolutely right. Now, if you did this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's okay. But that is not a subitizing skill. That's a counting skill. A subitizing skill would be seeing a group of shamrocks. So I know I saw 3 and 3. So one way you could have solved this was thinking to yourself, 3 and 3 is a doubles fact. I know 3 and 3 is 6. That's a very advanced skill. Now, some of you might have saw 3 and choose to do a subitize with counting on. So maybe your brain said 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still a faster way of solving this. So really, both of those strategies are wonderful. Now, some of my visual learners might have done something even more interesting than that. We know that across the top of this tens frame is 5. So some of my super visual learners might have done this. Did you take these 2 in your brain and maybe slide them up there to see this is 5 and 1 more to be 6? That is an amazing subitizing strategy as well. Are you ready for the next one? Here we go. How many do you see? 8. This one was more tricky because there were more ways we could have seen it. So some of you might have seen 3 and 3 from the other card and knew that that was 6 and counted on 7, 8. Now, I'll tell you the way Mrs. Mosher solved this one. I know that I'm looking at a tens frame and I'm missing 2 shamrocks. So the way Mrs. Mosher's brain solved this was thinking, if I had 10 and 2 were missing, how many would I have? 8. That is another way you could have solved it. Now, the last way you might have seen was 4 and 4, which is another doubles fact. 4 and 4 is 8. All right, next one. Say it as quickly as you can. Are you ready? How many did you see? Okay, if you are with your mom or your dad, I want you to pause the video and I want you to explain to them how you saw these groups of numbers. I'll go ahead and share what I saw. Again, I like to see things in groups. So I saw these together in a group of 4, and then I counted on 3 more. So if these were 4, 5, 6, 7 would be how many I have in all. My visual learners, maybe you took this shamrock and slid it up to make a group of 5 and then counted on 6, 7. All of those strategies are correct. Whatever way your brain sees these is correct. As long as you're able to see groups and explain your thinking, you have no wrong answers when you're subitizing. All right, let's do another one. How many do you see? Oop, 8. Wait, 4, yes, I'm sorry, it's in the camera is weird. All right, so 7 is how many we saw. There's a group of 4, 5, 6, 7. Very nice job. The easiest way when we're subitizing is to find the big number first and count on. If you're one of those friends who are still in a counting on phase, so look for the biggest group that you can see in a subitizing pattern and then count on. So here's another one. Are you ready? Okay, the answer was 8. Now, some of you might have done the counting on, some of you might have done the taking away strategy. I want you to see or talk to your mom or your dad and tell them if you were using counting on, how you solved it, or if you were using the take away strategy, how you solved it. Okay, so we could have seen 6 and 2 is 8. Or we knew that all together we could have had 10, but 2 were missing. So I could have counted backwards, 9 and 8. All right, a couple more. I'm just going to flash these and then you pause it and you talk it out with mom or dad. Here we go. Okay, that was 7, 5, and 2. A great extension activity, mom or dad, would be to take these and have them write an equation for them. So for example, with this subitizing pattern, if they saw 5 and 2, have them write out the equation. 5 plus 2 is 7. If they saw it with the takeaway strategy, they could have said 10 minus 3 is 7. So that's a great extension activity you can do with this subitizing. Ready? Next one. How many do you see? 7. Very good. All right, we will do some more subitizing later. Let me put this back over again. All right, put it on back. All right, so we have a problem of the day that we are going to start with. Oh, that's kind of hard to see on there, isn't it? Let's see. I'll try and zoom that in as best I can. All right, here we go. So I will go ahead and read it to you, and then I'm going to have you read it back to me. So Kip gave me 7 gold coins, and Joe gave me 2 gold coins. how many gold coins in all? So I want you to try and read that with me. Are you ready? Here we go. Kip gave me 7 gold coins, and Joe gave me 2 gold coins. How many gold coins in all? So there are lots of different strategies we can use to attack this word problem. But what I want to do first is look at the important information. So it looks like I have 2 people in this story. Or 3. I've got Kip, I've got Joe, and then I have myself. Now, I know that Kip has 7 coins. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a circle because this is how many coins Kip has. So I'm even going to write Kip's name above here. And Kip had how many? 7. You are right. So here's my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold coins. Here is our 7. Now the next part was Joe. Okay, so I'm going to draw a circle for Joe. Now Joe gave us how many? 2 gold coins. Now, I'm starting to see a part whole happening in this story because Kip is going to give them to me. So I think these 7 coins are going to go into my pot, and Joe's 2 coins are going to go into my pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly move these down and see how many I have in all. So are you ready? I'm going to take this one and put it down here. I could just go ahead and do all 7 of them. So I'm going to take all 7 of his away, move them. Okay, there's my 7 from Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to get how many from Kip? How many am I going to get from Joe? 2. So I'm going to cross off Joe's 2 because he's giving them to me. There's 1, 2. Now the question asked me, how many gold coins do I have in all? Okay, so that means I need to count my whole. Let's go ahead and count those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it. So what I want you friends to do now is I want you to try and write an equation for this whole equation or story problem. So if I've got a part here, this would be my Kip part. Kip had 7. This is my Joe part. He had 2. 7 and 2 is, let me put them together, 9. So our equation would look like this. 7. What symbol do I need to show that I'm joining 2 groups together? An addition sign, you got it. So there's my plus. 7 plus 2. What do I need next? An equals. And then I need my whole. Very good. So altogether there were 9 gold coins. Absolutely correct. Now, I want to go ahead and look at another math strategy we could have used. Man, I am all over the place. Teaching math is not easy in front of a camera. All right. So if I had a number line, because that's another strategy that we could use. So here is my number line. All right, let's go ahead and label our number line. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a little bit imperfect, but it works. So when I use a number line strategy, the great part about that is I can use it to do some skip counting. That kind of goes along with that subitizing skill that we practiced earlier. So I'm going to start with the biggest number first that I knew in the problem, okay? We're not using this number yet. This is our solution. We're going to go with our information from the problem. So which group was the larger number? 7. So I'm going to find the 7 on my number line. I could count the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's not very efficient. An efficient way would be for me just to start with the 7 that I know. So here's my 7. That's where I'm going to start. Now, I want to count on how many more I'm going to get. So how many more were we getting? 2 more. So we're going to start on that 7, and we're going to count on how many times? 2 times. Here we go. 1, 2. What number did that land us on? The 9. So here's the 7 that we started with. Then we added 2 more to get us to our sum or our total. So either one of these strategies could work for you. You could have even done it super fast with your fingers. You could have started with 7 and counted on 2 more. 8, 9. So as we do these more frequently, you get to be more efficient with them and we start to get a little bit faster. All right. Too many materials, not enough space. All right, so we did our number line, our number bond, our equation. I think we did that one pretty well. All right, so let's move on to our measurement activity. Now this one is going to be a little tricky for me to show you on the camera, but I will do my very, very best. So it is March. You guys got to do, probably hope you guys got to read a couple of leprechaun books with your teachers before we left. I know some classes even got to make traps for their leprechauns. So what I have here is a measurement activity. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to measure these different pictures, and we're going to use gold coins. So this one is a picture of a leprechaun's hat. So what I'm going to do is take my gold coins, and we're going to count how many gold coins it takes me to get across my hat, okay? Now, this is going to be really, really, really tricky for me to do on the camera, but I will try to see if this works. Nope, that's not going to work. How about, you know what I'm going to have to do, friends? Even though the gold coins are super cool, I don't think I'm going to be able to use them. I think I'm going to have to use my magnetic counters instead. So instead of our gold coins, we're going to pretend they're gold coins and we're going to use the magnets, okay? Here we go. All right, so why is this tough? Here we go. All right, so here is our leprechaun hat, and each one of these I am going to use and line them up across my hat, and I want you guys to make a prediction. This is what it looks like with one of our coins. How many coins do you think it's going to take us to get across that leprechaun's hat? I heard 5. That was a good one. How many do you think? 8? Wow, that's a lot. Okay, let's see. So when I'm measuring, it's really important that we always start at the beginning of the picture. If I start measuring here, is that going to be fair? No. I got to start at the bottom and go all the way across. So here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you think I can fit another one? 6. You got it. So it was 6 gold coins long. We started from one side and measured all the way across to the other side. Now, what if I did this? Is that fair measuring when I have them all spaced out like that? No. When I'm measuring something, I have to be fair. That means I have to keep everything nice and lined up and start from the beginning. If I was going to run a race and I didn't start on the start line with everybody else, I started way up here, would that be a fair race? No. So when we're measuring, it always has to be fair. So Here's our next picture. Let me scooch that guy over. Here's our next one. We've got a pot of gold. So I want you to make a prediction. How many gold coins is it going to take us to measure that one? All right, let's find out. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm super close to the top. We're going to call that 3 to get across our pot of gold. Okay, here's our next one. Next one I have is a rainbow. Ooh, so what do you guys think? Should we measure this rainbow going across or should we measure it going top to bottom? Let's measure it across. Let's see how long it is. These ones we were measuring how high or how tall. This one we're going to measure how long. So here we go. Let's start at the beginning of our rainbow and we're going to go straight across the image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, super close. I think we can maybe get one more. And, oh, that's a little bit too big. So we'll have to make a judgment call. I think if I do it right on the actual picture, I'm going from the edge of the rainbow to the edge of the rainbow. So how many gold coins long was our rainbow? 6. You've got it. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, here he is. Here's our leprechaun. Let's see how tall he is. Now I know leprechauns are very small, so if we're making a prediction, we should pick a small number. How many counters do you think our leprechaun is going to be? 3. I wonder if there's some information that helped you with that. Oh, he's standing next to the pot of gold, isn't he? And our pot of gold was 3. He looks to be pretty close to the same height. That's a really good comparing strategy you used. So let's measure him. There's 1, 2, 3. Our leprechaun is 3 pieces of gold tall, just like our pot of gold was. Excellent job. All right. So that was our skill for today. It was measurement. So what I would like to see you guys do is take this measurement skill and use it in your home. So something you might have laying around, which probably should be put away nicely in your bedroom. Maybe you have a pair of shoes laying around. So an activity you might be able to do is to take your shoe and go around your house and measure things. How many shoes long is the rug? How many shoes long is the door? And I want you guys to go around and measure as many things as you can using your shoes today. Now remember, you have to be fair. So when you're measuring something, you have to start at the one side and go all the way across in a straight line to the other side. That's how we're going to make sure we get a fair measurement. All right, that is our math lesson for today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Don't forget to use the YouTube videos for counting, subitizing, any of those skills, because we use a lot of that music and movement in our classrooms, and it would really be a great thing to get you guys up and moving to keep our lessons exciting. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Monday.